So here's what I got to say. Number one, Cale Makar's the best defenseman in the league.
Yeah.
There's no question about it. The guy is silky smooth. Him and the Taves on the back end, that is the best D pairing. I actually can't remember. I was trying to go back. I'm like, where did I see something like this before? I don't know. I got to go back, like a Niedermeyer,
Yeah, but who you can say Niedermeyer. You can say all the good ones, but who are the guy? Who's the other guy?
You know what I mean? That's where I'm trying to go. Is like I'm trying to think. But these guys
Duncan
are,
Keith and Seabrook.
You know what? I know, but I take Makar and Taves.
Oh, 100%. I would too.
And the crazy thing is when they're on the ice, what they do, like how the whole team plays as a result. Like it's just, you guys, I can't describe it. The positioning, the speed.
Ooh, what about an Al McInnes, Gary Suter? Now I don't know if they played together.
No, man, this Makar and Taves tandem is unbelievable. Colorado looks stacked.
Yeah.
They got every player. We're talking about this Kelly who's just contributing everywhere. Yeah. Calgary, man, like this team reminds me of the 04 team, just without that one scorer. Right?
That's right.
But we're doing everything the absolute hard way.
Yeah, man. That's the only thing. It gets me crazy
and can I tell you something else?
Sure.
Remember when we were complaining about clapping for a guy like Tanev when he came back?
Yeah.
Okay, guys, can I just throw something out? This team's better than it was last year, yes or no?
Yes.
Okay.
Good point. Good point.
What are we
Good point.
What
so you're clapping because we were worse with that guy.
That's it. That's
all
a
good idea. That's a good point. It's a good point.
Okay, I said it.
Real quick, in the East, that's really tight. Right now, the Blue Jackets are holding down that second wild card. You got the Rangers, Canadians, Red Wings, Bruins, and even the Islanders are right there within a 4-point spread. This one's going to go down. This is my favorite time of the year. I'm not going to lie to you.
Too.
As we head into it, this is the thing. So the trade deadline, after it's all been said and done and the dust settles, the one thing that starts coming up are some stories. And this one, to me, is the good one. It's the Toronto story. I'm sure you guys have all heard it. So Mikko gets traded from Colorado. He goes over to Carolina. Carolina says, hey, let's try to sign you. He's like, no, thank you. I don't want that. They end up on the trade deadline, sending him to Dallas. No state tax. Took a little less money, but made more money. I know, it's crazy, right? Before he went to Dallas, there was a report that came out that the Toronto Maple Leafs and Carolina had a little bit of a talking to with each other and said, I like what you got. You like what we got. Let's make it happen. Brad Treliving had to go over to Mitch Marner, who this year is an unrestricted free agent. He goes, hey, Mitchie, listen, we need you to sign off on your no trade. Carolina wants to send us Mikko. You can get to Carolina. You'll get that extra money you've been looking for. Because apparently they're about 1.5. They're about $1 million to $1.5 million off of where they stand right now. And Mitch Marner turned around and said, listen, man, I'm having a career year. I'm from this area. I'm a Canadian. I want to stay right here. No signing on the trade. But when you think about it, this now, where the negotiations weren't going well, Dimitri, this, to me, this is the Johnny Gaudreau situation all happening again. If I'm Toronto fan, say goodbye to Mitch Marner at the end of the year. There's no way he stays here. And if he does, you must give him the loot. All of it. No hold backies. All of it. Thoughts?
I'll tell you my thoughts. I don't understand how the players are so sensitive nowadays. Mm-hmm. Let me get this straight. You guys hire agents to negotiate at maximum contracts for yourself. And good on you.
That's right.
I'm glad you do. To the point, actually, look, I'm in the business of hoping people make more money.
Yeah, okay? That's right.
So I applaud all of you. Make all the money in the world.
All of it.
You got one life.
And when you do have it, give them a call.
Come on.
Hey.
Right? Now, here's the thing.
Yeah.
So that's number one. Okay. You guys, as players, will turn around and leave for the money or leave if your situation's not great.
That's right.
And that's your prerogative.
Hey.
So when management does the same, exactly. You guys are upset?
Yeah.
Look, it's a business.
That's right.
Guy's looking to wheel and deal. He looked at the roster and the players and said, hey, Mitchie, Marner. Now, don't get me wrong. I believe that every good team needs a Mitch.
Yeah, I agree. Couldn't agree more. Hey.
Ding. Ding. Okay. But, but the thing is like, okay, so, hey, Mitchie, are you going to waive your no-trade clause? Just want to see where we stand. No, I'm out. Thank you.
Yeah.
Like, don't take it so personally. How else did a couple of you got drafted, we get it. Right. How else did everyone get there?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, how else did your team get there?
That's right.
Okay, so enough with this whole, I can't believe this is happening, and same with God rest his soul, Gaudreau. But all these players here, you guys are so sensitive. You guys want to be business, but you don't want to do business.
That's right. Very sad. Listen, and this is where you have to be. I'm more mad at management, and I'll tell you why. Who gave him the no trade? When you start giving the players that kind of authority, that kind of power, of course they're gonna. If I'm Mitch Marner right now, like, I'm dead serious. You want to stay in Toronto, I get that. You want to be you are also part of this four horsemen situation that didn't amount to really much. Let's call it what it is. You're off by about $1.5 million. You'll have and this is the same organization that's trying to deal with Vladdy Guerrero, and they're out by $100 million. Yeah. So as you can see, your $1 million it's not happening. So they say to you, hey, why don't you go to Carolina? They'll actually give you an extra year of guaranteed contract because they're the only ones that can offer you that. You're going to be on a strong team. You're doing this, you're doing that. And then he's like, well, no, I want to stay there. Okay, fine. And to Dimitri's point, you can't be mad at Brad for trying to make the team better. But it is awkward because it's like, how to be a GM, I'm starting to realize it's a tough position. Because you do have to massage it in a way where you're like, listen, Mitch, because this is what you're kind of saying. Mitch, we found a player that's better than you. We're willing to trade and take him and sign him. We don't want to sign you. We got to send you off. But you have to say it in a way where he won't be offended any which way. But that's the reality of what's going on. You didn't take the money that was offered at the beginning of the year. The fact that you think you're going to take the same amount of money or a little bit more money at the end of this year is not going to happen, especially now that there's this aura there. There's this aura there.
Not happening.
It's not going to happen.
It's
not going to happen.
And the other point too is, okay, so now, and this is the whole thing with going back. We say the Gaudreau situation because we're in Calgary.
Well, we saw it.
We saw it unfold.
We lived it.
So it's funny, living again. This guy
seems to follow him.
But the whole thing too is, okay, Mitch Marner. Basically, what they were saying in that is, we don't want to pay you the money that you're asking.
Right.
We have a solution over here. You tell us, oh, you want to stay in Toronto. Okay. Now we'll get to see how bad you really want to.
That's right.
So if you guys are $1.5 million off, the way I look at it, and everyone will probably meet in the middle. So is your willingness to really want to stay on this team worth the $750,000 haircut or whatever it is?
Yeah.
Now you tell us. Because if it comes down that you don't, and you're about the money, which is fine, don't get mad.
That's right.
That the guy saw what you want to do a mile away.
That's right. Like,
I can't.
Buddy, neither can
babies,
I. And
man.
let's say he does take the money at the end of the year, okay? So he takes it, but Toronto fan is still mad at you that you didn't take that hometown discount. See, you can't win now. There's no win here.
No.
Because you deserve max money for what you've been doing this year. I get it. But now you're also in Toronto. Let's remember where you want to sign. You want to be under the microscope, take more money. The pressure now went from here to up here. And you guys have to produce. Somewhere down the line, one of you got to do it.
Yeah.
I still think the Austin Matthews thing is brilliant. The 4-year contract is so brilliant.
Smart.
Because he's out of here guaranteed in 4 years. And there's no he's gone. Done. End of the convo. I just don't understand, Mitch, why you want to be under that. You could come to Calgary. I'm just throwing this out there. Come to Calgary. We'll give you that money, right? Or if we can, we'll give it to you. And here, we'll be on you, but not like Toronto on you. You have the opportunity to go wherever you want. Go down to Florida. Go down to Boca. Hey, boom, done.
Boca Vista.
Go to Tampa Bay. Go somewhere. I don't know why these guys all want the money, but in this case, he wants the pressure too. I don't know. Why would you do that to yourself?
He'll do something stupid and go to Winnipeg for the same contract.
So hilarious.
That's how that happened.
Okay, I got a question for you. You saw it live and in tune. Like I said, less than 20 games left in the season.
Yeah.
Right now, we haven't talked about it really at all. You got Draisaitl, 47, 48 goals. I saw him score a goal last night in overtime. McKinnon at 102 plus points now. And Hellebuck is on fire. He's got all the goaltending records. Who's this year's MVP?
I got to give it to Draisaitl.
Okay.
Yeah, I think for me, he's leading the
Why do you say that?
The pack. I just think he's been consistently dominant through the year. And there's something to be said with McKinnon. Mm-hmm. That one's really close, actually. But I like Draisaitl's playing a little more killer. Uh-huh. I like goals. I like deal sealers. I like that. I like what he's doing, especially being on that team. Right. You got to remember, he's technically the number 2 guy.
Yeah, that's true.
But he's looking like the number 1 guy.
Isn't that the truth?
And that's what I like.
And this is a guy that just got his money.
And he just respect. Thank you. Now I'll show you.
But at the same time, it's not like McKinnon didn't get his money last year either. He got some money too, and he won MVP, and he's probably going to win it. I think he's a 2-time winner. He keeps going the way he is. I hate to say it. This is the problem that I have with all the MVP, both the Norris and this one in the NHL.
Playoffs, right?
I want the playoffs, but I also, a guy like Wolowski right now over in Columbus, everyone's talking about him. The defenseman, the guy's ripping it up, man. He's keeping that team in the wild card, and on top of all the other stuff that happened with that team. Whatever happened to the MVP being the guy that he's the right guy. He's the perfect guy this year for this team. No, he doesn't have all the points, but without him, there's no way we are where we are.
Well, that is the essence of.
But it's not. It's always about points. No, it's all about points now.
Agreed. I'm saying that is the essence of what it should be.
And even Hellebuck, as much as I respect the goalie position, probably the hardest position, for some will say, the guy gets no respect because he can't seem to win in the playoffs. Yeah. But he's got all save percentage, goals against, you name it. Hellebuck's got it, and we're not even talking about him.
Yeah, but I get it, but I also think Winnipeg, I can't pin Winnipeg on just one person because they're all really
They're all very good.
Really
no, you're
good. Right. They're all doing really good.
They're all great.
The problem with the goaltenders, unless you have like a breakout season, right, where you're looking at like Carey Price, Brodeur, Hasek, these guys that were like 10-plus
I will take Hellebuck over Carey Price any day.
Yeah, but I'm talking these guys had seasons where they had like 10, 15 shutouts in a year.
Right.
Where you're like, hey, like these are direct games won.
I hear you.
It's tough because if you have a solid defense.
Right.
Because the other thing, too, is, okay, in the Hellebuck and Winnipeg situation, they're high in the league in the standings, right? They're teetering at 1, 2, this and that, right? Mm-hmm. So, fine argument there. But if you're the goalie and you're not winning games...
I know, it's crazy, but
that's hard.
But look, I hate to pick on Carey Price, but everyone covets him for being such a great goalie, and he was a good, a national team goaltender. He did all the right stuff. But he was never that guy that carried them that far. Like, okay, I know they went to the finals against Tampa Bay in the bubble. I put that one here. Like, I don't know how to... There's a little bit of an asterisk there. Really shouldn't be, to be honest, but there is. But at the end of the day, guys, I'm sorry. I look at Hellebuck right now, and I almost want to change my vote because I'm like, in this day and age with all these amazing players, and he's doing that kind of stuff against all these guys... Might have to turn to that. I might change my vote.
Okay, that's fair. Okay, really hot take. You have to pick a starting goaltender.
Yeah.
Luongo or Carey Price? He's your Canadian number 1 now.
For like a gold medal game? Or just like any game?
Just on the team. You're
I go Luongo, man. I do. And I'll tell you, I just feel there's something about that guy. He shows up on big games. Week to week, year to year. Like if you said pick the one guy for the entire year, I'd go Carey Price. One game, I'm going.
Okay,
I'm going more.
These
Luongo.
3 guys.
Yeah.
Okay, because they all have the little asterisks where it's like, they
yeah.
they could crumble, and you're like, So you have to pick.
Yeah.
Luongo.
Yeah.
Carey Price.
Okay.
Marc-Andre Fleury.
Oh,
who's the starting goaltender? And in what order is your Team Canada? What order are they in?
You know what? I would go Marc-Andre Fleury 1.
Wow. Okay.
I go Luongo. No, I go Luongo 3, and then Luongo 2, and then Carey Price 3. I know it sounds crazy what I'm saying. I know, but at the same time, there's just something about.
It's a tough one.
I guess Fleury's the one guy that I actually trust because I've seen him win cups. Like, I'm sorry, that's just the way I look at it. Big time goalie. He's there when he's still playing. God damn it, he's still playing.
I gotta go Luongo 1.
Okay.
I do gotta go the Carey Price 2.
Okay.
And then the Fleury 3.
Weird. See, I have him. I don't know. And he's your goalie. He won you 3 cups.
No, he won. He
Oh,
was only there for
sorry.
one.
Yeah, you're right.
That was Matt Murray.
Hey, listen, my boy, my Fleury's got even one as a backup, or if you want to call it
Fair.
that. You know what I mean?
Fair.
Like he's just sitting around making money.
Fair.
He's sitting around making money.
W, we're saved by the bell by the Sports Show, playing every week. Podbean, Spotify, iTunes, Sports Show TV, at Sports Show Podcast. Amy, do it. At Sports Show Podcast. Amy can do anything.
She's the best.